Hi, my name is Walter Simonson. I write and draw comic books. Scott Doombeer, now an editor at IDW, called me up maybe 15 years ago to ask if I'd be interested in doing a creator-owned book based on the Norse myths. He knew that I'm a big fan of the Norse myths. I said, sure, I've got some work to do. Let me finish that work. I'll think of an idea. I'll call you up. Took me 15 years. I'm not a fast study. But I had a good idea. I called him up. That idea has now become, or is about to become, Ragnarok, a creator-owned book from IDW. Ragnarok itself, the Twilight of the Gods, is the story of the death of the gods and their great enemies. They all meet together in a giant battle plane. They slay each other. The world ends. That world ends. The Norse world ends. The world of the Vikings. But we don't have to tell that story because it's been told and retold beautifully a number of times. So the idea that I had, that I thought would be different than that, is that I begin my story with Ragnarok. The great battle takes place. The gods die. However, in the comic Ragnarok, when the battle occurs, Thor is missing in action. He's not there for the fight. As a result, the Midgard serpent, the great enemy he kills in the traditional story, is alive. Because the Midgard serpent is alive, the gods die and the enemies win. The enemies take over. The 9 worlds collide together. A great land is formed. And over hundreds of years, the enemies carve out their niches in this world. Mankind is more or less serfs or slaves. It's an agrarian world, very medieval. Hundreds of years go by. And then, one day, Thor returns. We don't know from where or from when. He doesn't know what's happened. He finds out very quickly. He makes his way back to the ruins of Asgard, finds the body of his wife. In the Norse myth, Sif had imperishable golden hair, and the hair is incorruptible. So, it's still there, identifier, finds his children, what's left of them, everyone else in Asgard, gathers them together, creates a great pyre to honor them, lights it with furious lightning, picks up Mjolnir, his hammer, and goes out into the worlds, into the Dusklands, to find the great enemies, and discuss with them the matter of all things. That's my story. IDW has agreed to do it. They're excited about it. They're excited enough, and this is the fine print, that they're going to make the first 4 books completely returnable. They have faith it will do well. I'm hoping that you'll order more copies. I'm hoping you'll be able to sell those copies. But those 4 issues will be returnable because IDW would like to share some of the burden of getting this out, getting a new book out like this. I also want to say just 2 more quick things. One is, Laura Martin is coloring this book. I'm an enormous fan of Laura Martin. She has colored some of my work, some of my covers for other companies. I've been thrilled by her color. I can't tell you how delighted I am that she is coloring this book. If I had any color, I'd hold it up. I don't, but maybe somebody there will. And the last thing really is that I'm just excited to be doing this. I love the Norse myths. I love those stories. I don't want to tell the same stories over again because after all, they're all available somewhere in some beautiful editions and beautiful storytelling. So I'm going to try and take this different direction and tell some stories based on the Norse myths that you haven't read before. Hopefully, it'll all work out. And in the words of an old commercial from a number of years ago that you probably don't remember, but it's on YouTube somewhere, thank you for your support. Thanks a lot. Take care.